What's up, Clashers? Welcome back to Pyro's Circus. My name is Josh, and in today's video, we're going to be using a queen charge into a bunch of Valks. But before we get started, why don't you send a super bowler over and have him pick up the biggest boulder he can find and fling it into the like, subscribe, and bell icon so you're notified when I drop my next video. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is locate the enemy queen and the CC, because that's the first two objectives for your queen charge. You also want to locate the infernos, because there's one thing for sure: you don't want to get your queen stuck in a three-way between two inferno towers. That's one hot box I don't think she would make it out of. But since the enemy queen and CC are on the north side, that tells us where we want to approach the base from. We're going to lead off with a baby dragon to set the funnel for our queen. Now that we drop our queen, let's go ahead and drop the healers. Now once she takes a step forward, you want to go ahead and drop a cocoa loon to try to draw out any air mines. Go ahead and drop you a few wall breakers to make a hole for your queen, and drop a few more troops to make sure the funnel is set. I went ahead and dropped a Valk and a Pekka to work the way around the edge while the queen steps up. Now once your queen is targeted by the enemy queen, raid your healers. You do not want your queen to go to ability yet. That's for the infernos later. Okay, now we're going to let the queen step up and drop a few more wizards for support, and wait and see which way she's going for sure. Right here, it looks like she's going left, so that tells us we need to go ahead and drop our log roller from that side. Right here, notice the placement of the log roller. If there's any way possible, you want your logs to go through both infernos. This base is set up perfect for the log roller attack, because not only are the infernos side by side, but the X-bows are also in the path. No matter where you place it, it will go in a straight line towards the town hall, so just place it accordingly. Okay, so now we're going to let our queen work her way over. Now right there, you see I put the Barb King down in front of the log roller. We need a tank to keep those logs rolling until they take out those infernos. We're going to let the queen step up here and draw the inferno beam. Now once that beam powers up, you need to be ready to use your ability. It's okay when it's on its first stage, but when that beam gets bigger, that's when it's time to use the ability. I went ahead and dropped all my Valks when I knew they had a straight path to the outer two rings of the base. We're going to let that queen draw some heat. Right here I dropped a jump because I was worried the troops were going to go by before the log made the hole. It didn't really matter because the log machine stayed alive long enough to make a hole all the way through the base. We use our ability to take down the inferno. The Barb King and the Valks are working their way through, and the queen is stepping up to the core. Now's the time to rage. You want to drop a rage a little bit better than I did, more towards the center, so your clan castle bowlers and your queen are in the rage. The Valks and the Barb King are going to work the way around and join with your queen and the bowlers. And now, since the base is crushed, let's go ahead and drop our extra troops to help with cleanup. If you look, our queen's still full health, and so are our king. So even if you did have a few more walls and stuff to take care of, you would be okay. I also still have a poison left. The reason we have that is in case of clan castle troops. Now if there's an electro, you'll want to do this a little bit different. You'll want to draw the electro out towards your queen, and you're going to want to use that freeze that we used on the second inferno on the electro and the poison. And you're going to let your queen rage through that electro. The troops that you have will rush through that second inferno just fine. You'll still have plenty left over at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this clip. Now it's time for Golems, Pekkas, and Valks to destroy another Town Hall 10. This Valk strategy is one of my favorites. The reason it's my favorite is it's perfect for farming, and it's great for war, especially when you know the CC is empty. Now in case the CC has something in it like an electro, you better bring a poison and a freeze, just in case. I went ahead and played this video a little bit so I could explain a few things before we get started. This attack is so fast that I may have to pause it here and there to catch you guys up. Right here you'll see that we posted two golems up on the outside and our Pekkas up on the inside. We do this so we have 4 tanks to protect our log roller. Now we don't want our Pekkas just to work their way around the outside of the base. We want to give them access. So we're going to drop a few wall breakers on the left and the right side so they can go in there and take down a few defenses along the way. Now the placement of the log roller is crucial. You want to put it down so it can take on both infernos if possible, and the archer queen is just a plus. So right here it's just going to work its way through. Now our Pekkas are about to spread out and our log roller is going to take some heat. So we drop our king on a Sui mission to take on the defenses, and our goal is for him to hit this archer queen or this inferno. The log roller will eventually take down the inferno, but that's just to buy it some more time. Now we drop a few wizards behind our Pekkas and golems so they can help with the cleanup just a little bit and work the way around so we don't have to come back later. So here comes the queen. Notice right there we dropped one Valk before the rest. You do that so that your Valk, you can test it and see where is it going to go, what's it going to target, because if it decides it's going to target something on the outside, you don't want to drop them yet. So I noticed it's attacking either the Expo or the enemy queen. I wasn't too sure, but I knew the direction it was going. So that meant let's drop the rest to join our siege machine. Now the siege machine is taking some damage. We know it's going to pop, but you know what we do for this purpose? We put a couple more Valks and a Yeti in our siege machine. A Yeti's perfect for this because it works as another tank. You need as much tanking as possible for your Valks so they can fly through this base and cut through it like butter. Right here it's going to pop. We're going to rage our Valks and our Yeti. The good thing about a Yeti is even if it gets stuck in a core like this, it's going to use its Yeti mites and they're going to bounce out and do damage to the things around it. But we have this jump left over, so why not use it? And we're going to place it so that the Yeti can access this compartment with the Expo, the air defense, and the wizard tower. And our Valks are going to be able to jump into these three compartments right here. And we still have 2 rages and a heal and a freeze, since we didn't have to use it on the CC. So we're going to freeze up this Expo and this Wiz Tower for our Yeti, and we're going to heal and rage our Valks through these walls, and our Queen's finally playing catch up. But at this point it doesn't really matter. The Valks are just going to power their way through, and our Queen, like usual, is going to take care of a wall. The wall busting Queen, her favorite thing on earth to do. At this point our Valks and Wizards are going to help each other, and our Queen decides to join the party just in time not to get a shot off. Finally, she gets to shoot a cannon a few times and gets to shoot a gold mine. But our Valks, they're making a hole so that all of our troops can join together. They're going to work their way around. Our Queen still hasn't used her ability. So they're going to work their way down to this last cannon, archer tower, and they're going to clean up the outside while our Queen takes care of the rest. This attack is so cool because of the speed. There's only one attack that I've found that I can do faster, and that's the bat slap strategy. If you guys want to see bats take out a base in under 90 seconds, be sure and check out my other videos here at Pyro's Circus. If there's anything I can do better, please let me know in the comments below, because there's nothing that makes me happier than having you guys here and you guys happy. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you again. My name is Josh. Clash on, my friends.